Hello, welcome to TechWeb Dots. This is Razor Pages tutorial and part 1 of Razor Page introduction. Okay, so what are the basic requirements to work on the Razor Pages tutorial? Okay, or the Razor Pages web application? One, we need a Visual Studio 2019. Okay, either community edition we can use. Okay, the link is given. And third thing is we should select the workload ASP.NET and web development. Okay, and make sure we have .NET Core 3.0 SDK. So you need to have a basic knowledge of ASP.NET Core, C# and HTML. Okay, so for creating ASP.NET Core Razor Pages application, we will launch our Visual Studio 2019, create a new project. Okay, we need to select ASP.NET Core web application. Okay, then we will select the template ASP.NET Core. So this is the project that I have created, right? We can see the solution whose name is ASP.NET Core app, right? You can ignore the first two projects, right? We are focusing on the third one, which is highlighted and selected as well. Okay, so this is ASP.NET Core web Razor app. Okay, it is a Razor page application. Okay, and in that we can see the structure of it. It also start with program.cs file. Okay, so we can see the create web host builder is the very first method which will be called from the main method. Okay, and it is just mentioned below there, create host builder, and from there we are calling the startup file. Okay, and you are assuming correct. It is all the configuration setting and all the dependency injection things are here. Okay, we can see we are adding the add Razor Pages service. Okay, and further we are adding all the middleware components, and the most important one is use static file. Use static file is helpful to serve the static files which are mentioned in our www root folder, like CSS, JS, library files. Okay, so to serve these files we should use static files middleware. Okay, and at the end we are using map Razor Pages. Okay, so by default when you will run this application, let me run this application first. Here we go. So our application is launched. It is ASP.NET Core web Razor app, right? And we can see the welcome messages here. Okay, and investigate which page is calling. Okay, let's go to the pages. Okay, as you are considering, right, we will first check the index page. Yes, here we can see a welcome messages here, right, which we were saying earlier on this browser window. Okay, so this page is a Razor page. Okay, why it is a Razor page? Because page directive is mentioned here. Okay, if page directive is not here, it is just like a view, like we have views in MVC. Okay, so this page directive makes this page a Razor page. Okay, in the same way we have privacy as well. So in privacy we have page directive as well. It is also a Razor page. Okay, so in this Razor page structure, how it is different from ASP.NET Core MVC application. Okay, like you can see there is a index.cs HTML, and you will see a arrow before this, and if you click on this you will see a further class file is there, which is index.cs html.cs. so you can recall, if you are aware about ASP.NET web form application, in that we have ASPX pages and its CS files. Okay, in the same way in Razor Pages tutorial, in this Razor page application, we also have the CSHTML, which is a view, or you can say the display template, right? And we have a class file that you can say it is our model or our controller. So it is a web page based application. Yes, we can say. Okay, for every CSHTML page we have its model, or you can say controller. If we talk about this index one, right, you can see a model is attached with this one. Here's the index model, right? If you select this and hit the F12, okay, so you will move into the class version. Okay, we can see it is inherited by page model class. Okay, and in this you can see we are managing dependency, ilogger is there, right? And in its constructor we are using that logger service. Okay, so for you I have mentioned some message in a message property. Like you can see that the on get method is there, which is used to handle all the get requests. Okay, in the same way we can mention here on post, that will be used for all the post requests. Okay, so what is the difference? I have created a message property here, I mean before it appears to you, because by default there is no message property. I have created this message property. Okay, and I have mentioned this simple message here, right? And if you will go back to the CS_HTML page, right, you will see, so in this CS_HTML page you will see we are mentioning model here, but we are not using it anywhere. Okay, so let's use it here instead of welcome. So here let's display our custom message. So let me this model dot message. Okay, it is our property that we have already added in our model class. Okay, let's save it. Okay, and reload the page. Let's see what we will see. Okay, I have just reloaded it. Okay, there's no changes. Okay, so I think for that we need to stop it and restart it once again. Okay, I have just stopped it. Let me rerun to see the changes. Yes, the message that we have mentioned in message property, which is displayed here, right? I love my ASP.NET Core Razor Pages app. Okay, so we have seen the changes, right? We know these are the Razor pages. Why? Because at the page directive is here. In the same way we have a other Razor page as well, which is privacy. Okay, we have Razor page for error as well. Okay, if we talk about a layout start, right, view start, in this you can see here we are calling the underscore layout shared HTML file. Okay, and in imports we can see we are using all the assemblies that we want to use in our application. We are mentioning their reference. Okay, this is the partial shared. Okay, and this is the layout CS_HTML, right? And here what you can see in title, okay, we are using the view data, and which is fetching the title all of the Razor pages. Okay, and this is the name of our application. If you will notice, if we talk about index, our title is home page, right? And if you click on layout, yes, we are fetching the title from the view data. That's why if you will go back to there, yes, we can see home page hyphen ASP.NET Core. Okay, that's how it is working. Okay, and we have already discussed this, to serve all those static files we should use a middleware component, which is static pages. Okay, all the properties are here, and that's how this application is working. If we talk about this layout view, we can see we have a navigation mentioned here. We are using ASP.NET hyphen page tag. Okay, ASP hyphen page tag, in which we have mentioned index, right, and this is the root of our application. And if we talk about any other further anchor elements, like we have a home element, in this you can see we are using index Razor page. Okay, and for this another anchor element we are using privacy, right? If you go back to the application and if you will click over privacy, okay, then you will see a privacy Razor page is called, right? And if we click on home, right, there is no name of index is coming, because that's the root of our application. That's why its name is not coming. Okay, and if we will type over here index, then the same result, right? and we can see the name of Razor page as well. Okay, so now you will be thinking, what is the difference between ASP.NET Core MVC and ASP.NET Core Web Pages application? Okay, the main differences you can see in an ASP.NET Core MVC, we have three main things. One is model, view, controller, right? But in this ASP.NET Core Web Pages application, we can see we only have pages, right? And every Razor page has its model, or you can say controller, with associated with it. Okay, you can see if we talk about this error, or if we talk about this index, we can see error index.cshtml.cs, its model is already associated with it, right? That can also work as a controller as well. So we can see if we want to develop an application which is web pages based, then we will definitely go for ASP.NET Core Web Pages application. Okay, this is a very important part, because if we talk about the ASP.NET MVC Core MVC application, in that there are lots of controller, lots of views that we need, and that will be returned by a single controller, right? And there are so many things that we need to do, but this is a page focused application that we can develop from this template. Okay, so now we know when to use ASP.NET Core MVC and when we should use ASP.NET Core Web Pages. Okay, I hope this is clear for you. So because there is no performance issue with this or with ASP.NET MVC, it is just about what type of application we want to develop. This ASP.NET Core Web Pages application introduced in .NET Core 2.0. I hope you like this video. Please leave a comment. If you have any question, I will reply on that as soon as possible. Okay, and please subscribe to get the instant notification, and stay tuned. In our upcoming next video, we will discuss ASP.NET Core Razor Pages reusable models. Okay, thanks for watching.